Your own optimal financial world. If you're a driven dentalpreneur, that most likely resonates with you. You want to create more profit, more success, and more wealth, not for greed, but to take care of the people you love, support the causes you care about, and maybe just make that difference in the world. But to do that, you're going to want to work with the right professionals. And in this short video, I'm going to share with you what I call the wealth management hierarchy of the different professionals that are available to you so you can make sure you're making the right choices. I'm Tim McNeely, CEO and founder of Dentalpreneur Advisors. Let's get started. If you're a driven dentalpreneur, it's very likely that you're striving and pushing for a life of significant success. And that usually means you have a complicated life, not just on the business side, but the personal side as well. And that can make it a challenge to maximize the probability of achieving all that you want to achieve. And so in the research that I've had the privilege of underwriting on driven entrepreneurs, thousands upon thousands, and dentalpreneurs just like you, we've formulated a success equation, and I want to share that with you. To me, success equals the following elements. It equals precision times implementation times access. So what does that mean? Well, precision, let's get clear. Let's examine these components. Precision is the degree of certainty that within reason you are or will be able to obtain your financial goals that you're striving for. Implementation is the degree that which you're able to actually achieve those desired results. And then access is the confidence that you'll get the outcomes that you want and that you need. And so to be clear, precision gives you goals. Implementation gives you results. And access gives you the confidence in what you'll achieve. And so you may be asking yourself, well, what type of consummate professional, what kind of the best professionals do I want to work with? And for you, that's going to depend on what's most important to you and the complexity of your own financial world. So let's take a look at the wealth management hierarchy and contrast it with the success factors that I just showed you so you can figure out what might be right for you. And at the bottom of the pyramid is unqualified advice. And I'm going to assume that you're only going to work with the best of the best professionals on any of the levels that I'm about to share with you. And the first one we want to look at is investment advisors. And investment advisors, they're going to have a singular focus. It's going to be your investments. And so if we look at our success equation, what we find is that with precision, your goals, by their very definition, they're going to be limited. You're going to get money management. And let's assume it's good, but that's all you're going to get. Access to other professionals is going to be limited. It's going to be focused on money management professionals. So you're not going to have a full wealth management experience, which will provide you with limited confidence that you're on track to maximize the probability of achieving all that's important to you. And what about implementation? Well, the results are going to be in a single area. You see, we find out most driven dentalpreneurs really end up hitting a ceiling of lack of time or focus in working with these types of financial advisors. And there's a myth that many of you believe, and that myth is I'll get to it later. You'll get to it later. But in my experience, the truth is something happens, and later is often too late. And as we move up to the next level of the wealth management hierarchy, you'll find financial advisors. And here, it's limited. Most financial advisors, their practices are designed on that first foundation, money management, and they do that well. And then they reactively deal with other components that you may ask them to deal with on the wealth management equation. So your goals, they're going to be bounded by the type of advisor that you actually work with. And you're going to have little to incomplete confidence because they're not going to focus on that full wealth management experience. And the implementation, then by the very definition, is also going to be restricted. And so what you want to do is evaluate where you are at any of these levels because they may be right in terms of what you're looking for. With a wealth manager, you're going to get extensive advice. And what we find here is your goals are very, very extensive. The precision, when you think about it, right, goals are extensive because most wealth managers are focused on 5 goals. 1 is helping you make smart decisions with your money. 2 is making sure that you're not overpaying in taxes, right? That you're mitigating taxes and improving your cash flow. 3 is that you're protecting your heirs and the people that you care about. Fourth is they're helping you protect your assets from being unjustly taken, either from lawsuit, divorce, or some other unjust means. And lastly is they want to help you magnify your charitable impact, much, much broader base. And that's why it's extensive. What do we find when it comes to confidence? Well, you're going to have quiet confidence when it comes to that access, because most wealth managers, they have a professional network, an expert team that they're working with to help you address not everything that's beyond the investments, because no one can be an expert in all areas. And then when we look at implementation, you're going to get wide ranging results. And for many dentalpreneurs, this may be the right level. But what we find is so many stop here and they hit a ceiling once again of what we call good enough. And that's the myth that many of you believe is okay is good enough. But the truth is it's possible to have the best of the best. And what we have is the opportunity of what we call a virtual family office. And this virtual family office, this comes down to us from the world of the super rich, the single family office. Typically, if you had a net worth of $150 million or more, you would create your own office of the best professionals, and you would hire professionals that work for you full time. And then you would have control, and those professionals would be aligned with your interests. They're your full-time employees to help you make smart decisions with your money so that you can achieve all that's important to you. But most of us, we don't have $150 million of net worth. But the amazing thing is that with the management of today's technology and the internet and access to resource, the best of the best, what happens? Well, we've been able to create virtual family offices. And what do we have here? What do you get when you move up to a virtual family office? Well, the focus is comprehensive. Your goals, they're going to be maximized because you're not only dealing with making the 5 smart areas about your money, right? The mitigation of taxes, taking care of your assets, making sure they're not unjustly taken, and charitable gifting, but also lifestyle services as well. So you can really design that virtual family office to support the quality of life that you want. Your goals, they're going to be maximized. You're going to have authentic confidence as you pursue your most important goals. And implementation, very comprehensive results, wide-ranging areas. So the question that all dentalpreneurs have to ask is, do you want or need a high-performing virtual family office?